everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, July 8th through Sunday, July 14th, 2019. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland for the main message for everyone, and your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Crystal Angels Divination deck. So just a reminder that we are now into the month of July, and this is eclipse season. We just had a new moon solar eclipse last Tuesday, which opened up a portal of energy for accelerated change and redirection in our lives. And next week, which will be part of the reading in the following week, will be a full moon lunar eclipse. And again, these eclipse energies don't just affect us in the moment or even just a few days before and after. These eclipse energies, because they're an energy of accelerated change and redirection, it really affects us for weeks to come, and some even say until the next set of eclipses. So these energies are going to be with us for a little while, helping us to make changes, giving us a nice little nudge. I was going to say a gentle nudge, but sometimes it's not so gentle of a nudge to redirect our path or redirect the energies and the unfolding of circumstances and situations in our lives. So let's go ahead and take a look at your stones of choice before we start. The first stone of choice this week is Amazonite. You can see it's a beautiful turquoise color, just like turquoise, of course, is, or chrysocolla, but Amazonite actually helps to filter out stress within your life. It helps to heal traumas and other emotional issues. And it's kind of that color of in between a green color and a blue color. So this is going to affect the heart chakra and the throat chakra, opening one up to, again, emotional healing, and also assisting one in speaking your truth. So it helps to balance those chakras. It's also known as a stone of hope. Your second stone of choice this week is volcanic glass or volcanic rock. And it actually does come from the lava of a volcano that cools down. So the volcanic lava or volcanic rock here, or I should say volcanic glass, helps to ground one because of that black color here. Black stones are always very grounding. It helps to strengthen our connection to Mother Earth. It helps to give us courage through changes that we're going through. And it helps to dissipate any anger or frustration by absorbing those. And then your last stone of choice is Amazonite, or excuse me, not Amazonite, Angelite. I already talked about Amazonite. So the Angelite here is a beautiful light blue color. Again, we're talking about throat chakra energies of speaking one's truth through love and compassion, activating perhaps even your ability to channel information through that throat chakra. This Angelite helps to transmute pain. It helps to bring wholeness and healing to one's being. And it helps to connect us to universal knowledge or knowledge of the higher spheres. So again, we have the choice this week of Amazonite, volcanic glass, or Angelite. So let's talk about this week in the astrological energies. There's quite a bit going on. It seems like there has been. Now, again, a reminder to, if you haven't yet, watch the monthly angel card reading for the whole month of July, especially because this is the month of eclipses, and the vibration of the month of July is a karmic number, numerologically speaking, that relates to the sun card in the tarot deck. Now, the energies, again, are very important. So I did an extended forecast with the monthly angel card reading. It's on my YouTube channel. So again, be sure to watch that overview of the whole month. But for this week, on Monday the 8th, we start out with Mercury, which has just turned retrograde as of Sunday the 7th. So just the last day of last week's reading. Mercury went into retrograde motion at 4 degrees of Leo. So here on Monday, Mercury is still at that stationary point. It's still not really moving. It hasn't had time yet to pick up speed in its retrograde motion, to retrograde back from 4 to 3 to 2, etc. in Leo, and eventually going back into Cancer. But as it's at a standstill, it's connecting with Mars. And Mars is the warrior planet, the planet of energy and action, who also just recently went into Leo. So they're connecting at 4 degrees of Leo today. And because Mercury is retrograde and rules our mind, it rules our thoughts, it rules our communications, and because Mars is a fire planet full of energy and action and passion, this energy is really going to ramp up, so to speak. That whenever a planet is retrograde, it kind of intensifies the energy of that planet as it's shifting directions. So our mind is going to be really active. And what is Leo all about, where these two planets are? Leo is about creative self-expression, confidence, leadership, take charge ability, wanting to shine one's light and be seen and be recognized and appreciated for who one is. So I feel like the Mars and Mercury is really activating our creative self-expression. It's activating our communication. It's activating our ideas. And this is a really good thing. However, also on Monday the 8th, we have Chiron, the wounded healer, which is turning to retrograde motion at 5 degrees of Aries. Now, the interesting thing about this is that because Mercury and Mars is at 4 degrees of Leo, and Leo is a fire sign, Chiron is at 5 degrees of Aries, and Aries is a fire sign. They are connecting with one another. They're only 1 degree apart, by the fire signs. This is called a trine aspect. Now, normally a trine aspect is an aspect of positive, easy-flowing, harmonious energies, and I'm not saying that it's not necessarily. However, remember, Chiron is the wounded healer, so he brings up our wounds. And while he's in Aries, and this is going to be for quite a long time that he'll be in Aries, but as he's in Aries, he's bringing up wounds of our sense of self, our self-identity, our self-assertiveness, because Aries is the sign of the self. It's the individual. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So as it's connecting in a positive way to Mercury, and Mercury, as I said, just turned retrograde yesterday, and Chiron is turning retrograde today, Monday the 8th, it's intensifying both of those energies. And of course, we have Mars there in the mix as well. So Chiron is activating all of these fiery energies, because again, Leo is fire, confidence, self-assuredness, take charge, leadership. Aries is a fire sign, again, sense of self, individualistic, who I am and owning that, and really wanting to be seen and first and heard. And they're very creative signs. Both of these fire signs are very creative, take charge kind of energies. So I really feel like we'll be able to speak our truth more, and we'll be healing a lot of aspects of our sense of self with Chiron turning retrograde. Now on Tuesday the 9th, we have the Sun opposing Saturn. And this is interesting because throughout the rest of the week, the Sun is highlighted here, connecting to several planets. On Tuesday, the Sun, which is in Cancer right now, and of course the Sun is the lens through which we shine our light. It's our personality. It's how we shine our light. And with it being in Cancer, it's through this nurturing, loving, compassionate, and intuitive kind of lens. Now, Cancer also rules the home and family. So home and family is highlighted during this time of the year. Every July, the Sun is in Cancer for a time. So these issues of home and family are highlighted. Now, with it opposing Saturn on the 9th, Saturn is a planet of restriction and limitation, lessons, karmic lessons. He's the great teacher, so he likes to teach us things. He likes to teach us things through patience and perseverance and determination. So here we have probably lessons to do with, or karmic issues with, home and family matters. And we might feel a little bit held back or restricted in some way. There might be some sort of difficulties or challenges. Sometimes Saturn brings difficulties and challenges, but again, it's so that we learn something. And it's so that we take our time in learning whatever Saturn is trying to teach us. Saturn is kind of the wise man, so to speak. He's Father Time, so he does rule third dimensional time and third dimensional issues, but he can be that grandfatherly figure as well, teaching us responsibility, teaching us how to be our own authority, how to be respectful of others as well as of ourselves and our own boundaries. So there's something here going on with the Sun opposing Saturn and bringing up all of this home, family, lessons, karmic patterns, etc. On Wednesday, the Sun is now making a positive trine aspect to Neptune, and Neptune, of course, is in Pisces. And those two signs, Cancer and Pisces, are water, and they're very intuitive, and they're very creative, and they're very loving and flowing. So with this positive trine aspect, our intuitions are going to be heightened, our sense of romance and fantasy is going to be heightened. You know, all of our creative flow is going to be heightened on that day. And it might feel like we're in a bubble, so to speak, you know, that we're living the fantasy or creating the fantasy. So take advantage of that positive energy in the middle of the week. On Thursday, and we're going to get to the Sun making another aspect at the end of the week, but on Thursday the 11th, we have Mars, that warrior planet of energy and action and forward movement. And it's challenging by a square aspect to Uranus. And Uranus is that planet of sudden and unexpected, lightning bolt types of energies, strange and unusual. You know, again, it's expect the unexpected with Uranus. And Uranus is in Taurus now for a good long time. Taurus energy is all about our personal resources, money, finances. It's also about our sense of self-worth. Taurus rules our sense of self-worth and how we value ourselves or value possessions or value other people. With Mars challenging Uranus, and Mars is that kind of energy action planet, and he's a fire planet, and he's in a fire sign Leo, it's really going to set something off here with it challenging or squaring Uranus. So again, expect the unexpected as far as situations, circumstances, interactions with other people. It could be something positive and good, like something comes in out of the blue unexpectedly. That's a positive thing. However, it is a challenging square, so we do have to be open and aware of the fact that there might be some redirections that happen that we weren't expecting, or that there's some sort of surprise energy or an unexpected communication. Again, a situation maybe with money and finances that we just weren't prepared for. On Sunday the 14th, the Sun, again still in Cancer, is now opposing Pluto. So it opposed Saturn on Tuesday, now it's opposing Pluto. Those two planets are pretty heavy-duty planets because Pluto rules transformation, death and rebirth, power and control, transmuting lower vibrational energies. It rules the subconscious, it rules the shadow side. So here again, we have this home and family situation, or those that we care about, that we consider part of our family, our emotions, that Cancer rules our emotional nature, our emotional bodies. This is being affected now by Pluto. So something's being transmuted, something's being transformed, or there could be some power and control issues with other people, especially those within the family. Oppositions, like the opposition to Saturn on Tuesday and the opposition to Pluto here on Sunday. Oppositions always play out with other people. It's like me versus the other person. We're opposing one another. And it doesn't have to necessarily be bad. This could be an opportunity for some sort of learning with Saturn and transformation with Pluto throughout this week that is needed and necessary for our soul growth and evolution. So again, quite a bit going on astrologically. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides from the Psychic Tarot. So the first card we have for the week, okay, we have the Crown Chakra. And the Crown Chakra, of course, is at the top of our head. It's where we open ourselves to higher awareness, higher vision. It's where our psychic ability of claircognizance or clear knowing is located. So there's something here that's really we're needing to open up. Now, this reminds me that, again, we had that new moon solar eclipse that opened that portal of energy last week. And, you know, even starting out this week with Chiron going retrograde and it connecting with Mercury and Mars, and Mercury rules the mind. So here we're needing to open up that crown chakra to a new way of believing, a new way of seeing something or understanding something, opening up our crown chakra to higher awareness of what's going on around us, the situations and the circumstances around us, understanding them from, again, a higher vantage point. This to me is a very positive way to start the week, that there's energy streaming in from this solar eclipse, and next week when we get towards the lunar eclipse, there's energies coming in through the crown chakra that are going to permeate through our chakras or through our entire energetic being to help us to evolve, to help us to grow, to move us from, that lower vibrational state into that higher fifth dimensional or crystalline kind of state or way of being. We're just becoming more of our true spiritual selves with this crown chakra card. The other thing that jumps into my mind is that I believe we had this card for the July monthly reading as well, if I recall correctly. I just remember this coming up recently. It was either in last week's weekly reading or in the month of July monthly reading that the crown chakra card came up. So again, the energies right now are very important as far as coming into a state of higher awareness and higher knowingness. This is where, again, we can use that psychic ability where we just know something to be right. This is the right decision, this is the right path, I just know that this is the right person to work with, etc., etc. All right, so let's look at the next card here, and 2 cards came out for the middle. So the first of those 2 cards is the this is traditionally the 5 of Cups, okay? This is the 5 of emotion in this deck. So the 5 of emotion or the 5 of Cups, and at the bottom it says emotional loss. Now, traditionally the 5 of Cups is about feeling imbalanced emotionally, that our emotions are out of balance, we're feeling upset, we're feeling distraught, we might be feeling frustrated, all of those kind of lower vibrational feelings is what's going on here. Now, I feel like that's being stirred up because of that solar eclipse last week. This was, again, the opening a door to a portal of energy that's going to accelerate us in changing and growing and evolving, and as far as our direction and our path as well. But in order to heal emotions, remember, the emotions have to come up, and I feel like that's part of what this is about. The emotions are kind of being swirled around, shaken up within our core being, so that we can feel them, recognize them, acknowledge them. And this can lead to a healing. This can lead to an emotional healing as we, move forward through these weeks to come. But let's go ahead and take a look at this next card. Maybe it will give us more information about that 5 of emotions. And this is the 4 of emotions. And so again, this is like the 4 of Cups in the traditional tarot. And this says discontent and boredom. So, again, with the number 4, and in the traditional tarot, the 4 of Cups can feel like we're emotionally restricted. We're feeling emotionally held back or emotionally restricted, maybe by another person, maybe by our situation or circumstances that we're going through in our life. Maybe we're bored, maybe we're not living the dream, or living in our passion, or living in our truth. So there's definitely something going on here with the emotional body and the emotional realm with these 2 cards. We're feeling emotionally imbalanced, so to speak. The number 5 is all about, in numerology, kind of feeling not grounded. So you're ungrounded, you're scattered, you're anxious. This is kind of an anxiety number, and the 4 is more of that restrictive kind of number. So we're kind of feeling all over the place emotionally, it looks like, with these 2 cards here in the middle of the week. And I feel like this can be part of the Chiron coming to a standstill. And Chiron is a slow enough moving planet that it's at a standstill for this whole week. Even as of last week, we were starting to feel the effects of Chiron slowing down and getting ready to turn retrograde. So I think this is a result of some of the Chiron energies, being the wounded healer, that's been coming up. Let's take a look at the last card here. The last card, and this is the 3 of spiritual in this deck, which is the 3 of fire or the 3 of wands in the traditional tarot. Now this is a positive card, and at the bottom it says recognition and reward. So remember, it's a spiritual card. It's not an earthly card. It's not, the 3rd dimensional earth plane. It's not our emotions. It's not our mental body or thoughts. This is the spiritual plane. So when we look at the three is a number of expansion, and it's a number of blessings. So we're expanding into some sort of spiritual blessings. We're being recognized on a spiritual level by our angels, our guides, God, the universe, and we're going to be rewarded. Now, I don't know, that we'll see it all this week, that this perhaps being the last card, perhaps by the end of the week, especially with the sun trining Neptune, that can be a very positive indication, like I said. But there's something coming, and I feel like this is coming out, and I feel like they're talking about 3 weeks or 3 months. So within 3 weeks, which is after the full moon lunar eclipse, or within 3 months, which again, these eclipse energies are going to follow us for the next few months and assist us in the next few months and moving through circumstances and situations and being redirected in our lives. But we're coming into a place of where the universe is recognizing us for the efforts that we're putting forth, and we're going to be rewarded. So I feel like this is a card that we just have to be patient. We have to move through some of those emotional energies and be patient, and continue doing what you're doing, continuing to believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself. And you're going to be coming into this state of, again, blessings. There's blessings coming. Blessings are on the way here with the 3 of spiritual. And I feel you have to, this person is looking down too. So I feel like you have to be in a state of gratitude. There's something about being grateful and thankful for the blessings that you do have. Being grateful and thankful for the people in your life. Being grateful and thankful for the lessons. Being grateful and thankful for everything that you've been through in the months or the years that you've been on the planet, and some of the things that you've already moved through. So be grateful for these, because all of these circumstances and situations have made you strong and have made you who you are. Now, I feel like I want to pull another card just really quickly here for the crown chakra card. And let's see if we can get further information from the universe or from spirit, our angels and guides, as far as giving us just something more that we can add to that crown chakra and that higher awareness and opening up to the higher dimensional energies. I'm going to turn this one over here. Love it. This is harmony. This is, in the traditional tarot, it's major arcana number 6 in the lovers, and you can see that there is lovers here. So we're moving into a state of harmony. Now this may very well, this might be opening up your crown chakra if you are looking for a partnership and relationship, just kind of believing that that's coming, opening up to a more spiritual type of partnership, since this is the crown chakra. But I think this is more about opening up your higher awareness to the state of balance and harmony. And, this can also be an alchemical marriage here, not just the lovers in a physical marriage, but this is us and our higher soul self being in partnership with the divine or the universe or God source energy, whatever you want to term that higher power. And so I feel like we're needing to open up our awareness to the knowingness that we are co-creator with the divine. And that as we co-create with the divine, as we balance our energies with the divine, as we have trust and faith in the divine, that we're going to come into that state of harmonious balance. And that, again, as we get to the end of the week then, all these blessings with the 3 of spiritual will be able to come into our reality. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. So for those of you that chose the Amazonite, let's see what card or what message. Okay, this one was almost going to fall here on the bottom, so this is the one for Amazonite. This is Ruby, and it says, bless your heart. It says, reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So those 2 cards in the middle with the 5 and 4 of emotions, with the emotional loss, the discontent and boredom, you're really needing to heal the emotional body right now. And to do that, they're showing this beautiful pink or fuchsia ruby here at the heart chakra. So you can visualize that pink at the heart chakra, a ball of pink, or maybe you want to visualize the ruby itself at your heart chakra. That's cleansing and opening and balancing that heart chakra. That's healing all of the old emotional wounds from this and previous lifetimes. Okay, you're just transmuting all of these energies. Remember that Pluto, here at the end of the week with the sun, can help to transmute lower vibrational energies. So this is going to help you to heal. And remember that you have the support. The golden color here reminds me of the solar plexus chakra, where you're confident, you're empowered, or you take your power back. Take your power back from these lower vibrational emotions and feelings. Know that they are not your truth. They are not who you are, that you don't need to identify with them anymore. And start replacing those lower vibrational emotions and feelings with higher emotions of joy and happiness, adventure, excitement, all of the positive things that you wish to feel. As you start by acknowledging the positive emotions and ask that they replace some of those lower emotions, your angels and guides, the healers of light, can help that, in fact, to happen. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the special message for those of you that chose the volcanic glass. All right, so here we're just giving a little shuffle. I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. And this one's, as soon as I opened my eyes, I went to this one. This one says watermelon tourmaline and stress reduction. It seems like a lot of us are healing a lot with that Chiron going retrograde this week. So stress reduction with watermelon tourmaline. And it says, de-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. So that new moon solar eclipse energy, it was intense. There was a lot, especially the day or two before the new moon solar eclipse. There was a lot going on for those 2 or 3 days, and bringing up some stressful situations, maybe with, again, people, home, family, those that your friends, those that you consider part of your spiritual family. And it seems like there's a lot going on. As I said, the activation of these intense energies with the eclipses is bringing some stressful situations, events, redirections, circumstances, even communications with other people might be stressed. So this is about making time for yourself. Resting and relaxation, getting a massage, taking a walk out in nature, having some alone time, doing some meditation to rebalance yourself. The watermelon tourmaline, of course, watermelon is that pink energy again. So just like the ruby, we have that kind of pink heart chakra energy here. So we're needing again to kind of go there in the heart chakra and visualize that soft pink energy. The heart chakra is usually seen with the green energy, but the pink energy is also part of the heart chakra, and it has a more gentle feminine kind of nurturing energy to it. So if you visualize this wonderful, beautiful pink there, you're going to be able to reduce your stress and bring about some healing. All right, and again, for those of you that chose the angel light, giving us a little shuffle here. Angel light people. This is amber, and this says, give it to God. It says at the bottom, take a deep breath. Oh, I had to do that myself. And on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. So amber is a golden yellow colored stone. It relates to the solar plexus chakra, your center of personal power. So I feel like you're feeling disempowered right now by some sort of situation, circumstance, or relationship with somebody. Maybe you're just disempowered by your own belief systems and your own thoughts. So this is about taking your power back in regards to these disempowering energies. And also, even though you're taking your power back and being asked to empower yourselves, you're also needing to balance that with surrender and giving it over to the divine, God, universe, your angels and guides, and ask them for help as well. So you're giving it to a higher energy to help take care of it for you. So again, you're releasing. If there's a particular situation going on right now, maybe it does deal with home and family issues. It could be about career. It could be about moving. It could be about finances. Whatever it is that you're going through, this is about, again, take a deep breath, take your power back from the negative emotions and belief systems, but then ask your angels and guides for help. And ask the higher power, God, the universe, for assistance, to lead you in the right direction, to help you with the right decisions, etc. And that will be there for you. So I hope everyone has liked this weekly angel card reading. Thank you so much for all of you that subscribe to my channel, share my videos, comment on my videos, follow me on Facebook, come to my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment, which, by the way, I am redoing and hopefully soon will be up and ready to view for everyone's perusal. I want to send you all lots of love and light during this eclipse season and many angel blessings.